Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you all my recipe for aloo pies. It's fasting season and this is a perfect meal idea for back to school because kids love an aloo pie and it's easy for them to take to school and for when it's fasting. So to start this, we're going to start by putting our chopped potatoes into a pot with some water to boil. I personally like to peel and chop the potatoes. If you like to leave the skin on and go through that extra step, by all means go do it that way. Boil your potatoes however you like to do it. Now while that is boiling, I'm going to saute some aromatics. So to my pan on medium heat, add oil, finely diced onions, pimento peppers, and some minced garlic. And we're just going to salt this slightly or lightly. And the salt is optional in this step if you're watching your sodium content. Allow this to sweat, get translucent, nice and soft, and then we'll just set it aside. Next, let's make the dough for the aloo pies. So to my flour, I'm going in with salt, baking powder, and yeast. If you wanted to add some sugar to this, you can. I am omitting that part. Give this a mix and then add in lukewarm water to bring this together. Now for 3 cups of flour, I actually just use 1¼ cups of water. So depends on the type of flour you're using, the brand of flour you're using, and your climate. It will depend on how much water you will use. So the water here is not a set measurement. You're just going to add a little at a time until it comes together like this. Never add all of your water at once because your flour can get too soft and then you'll have to add additional dry flour to help bring it together. Now this is one of my techniques that I learned from my mom. Squeeze and flip, squeeze and flip. And this just keeps the gluten nice and relaxed and it helps the dough to get really smooth and supple. So I like doing this for like about 5 minutes and then I also like pressing down on the flour or the dough. And a trick here is if you want to use this right away or quickly, don't form it into a ball because when you form it into a ball, it makes the gluten strands really tight and you have to wait for that to relax. So when you do it this way, it's easier and quicker to use. Now I'm going to strain the potatoes. And this is why I like to peel and boil the potato. It's easier to deal with and you move along really quickly. Now once they're finished and they're drained, we're going to put them into my ricer. And if you guys would like the link for this, this is such a great tool for even making mashed potatoes. It comes out nice and smooth, clump and lump free. I'll link it in the description box for you all. So once you finish rice or mash your potatoes, we're going to season the potatoes. So now we're going to go in with some Rajapuri ground geera. This is a roasted ground geera. Just 1 teaspoon of this. Add in the sauteed aromatics. And I'll also add in some green seasoning. And here goes that green seasoning. You want to mix this really well and taste and adjust your salt. If you boil your potatoes with enough salt, you will not need to add any salt to this step. Next, set this aside. Let's break the dough balls because the dough has been resting for about 10 minutes. And I like to break these into about a 2-ounce ball. You can break them smaller or bigger if you like. And I don't like a doughy aloo pie. I like a more of a thinner aloo pie. So once you make your dough balls, place them on a floured surface. And then you're going to cover your dough balls with a damp paper towel or tea towel just so that it doesn't dry out. And then once they've rested for about 5 minutes, we'll open and fill each of the dough balls with a generous spoonful of that potato filling. Bring it up and press to seal. And you'll notice I don't put any dry flour inside of the aloo pie. That is not needed and that actually stays raw in there. So like when you're making a dhalpuri, you don't want to put a lot of dry flour in there because that flour tends to stay raw. And then you're going to fry these on a medium heat until they're golden brown and crisp. When I put them in, I like to flip them so a skin doesn't form and cause it to burst. Nice and golden brown. Now once they're done, we'll go ahead and drain them, place them on paper towels and continue to fry out the rest of the aloo pies. And I got 14 aloo pies in all. And that was 1.5 pounds of potato. All of your measurements will be listed down in the description box as usual. When they're done, you can have them right away like how I love them. I love my aloo pies piping hot. And I'm serving it with tamarind chutney, mango kuchela, and some sizzler pepper sauce. And if you wanted to make some shadow benny chutney to put in this, you can. You can also put some chana, curry chana, doubles chana. And if you're not fasting, you can even add some curry conch, stew gizzard. I love stew gizzard in an aloo pie. It's so good. I prefer stew gizzard if I have to do a meat. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. Try it, let me know what you think, and don't forget to pick up all of these delicious condiments at leading supermarkets in Trinidad and Tobago. Now it's time for me to go and enjoy these hot aloo pies. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.